hello. I didn't expect you back so soon. Just caught me doing a little bit of spring cleaning. Anyway, thank you for returning to part 2 of our whip segment. Next up, Tim Burton's 1992 movie, Batman Returns, where we see a very skilled whip-wielding Catwoman played by Michelle Pfeiffer. Where'd she pick up those skills?
Anthony, the longest. He was a great teacher.
You were mentioning that this is a movie where you actually got to be involved in the creation of her fighting style, because she's a very iconic character. So what specifically did you get to do?
I wanted to have something that was very visual, that was very evocative and hypnotic and alluring, and at the same time was extraordinarily powerful and dangerous, so that it did embody the personification of the jungle cat. And Michelle immediately saw what I was trying to offer her as a character. She said to me, if you weren't an actor, this wouldn't have been nearly as effective, because you were giving me another set of tools to add another dimension to my portrayal. In that movie, it was more a matter of long-distance strikes, envelopments. She was utilizing wrapping around her own body to redirect the whip. She captured both the Ice Princess, around the waist and looped it up around her neck. With Christopher Walken, she captured him around the neck and reeled him in. So those were the things that we utilized most there. I got to train her for 6 weeks, and because she was trained, now we would literally choreograph on the spot and rehearse a couple times and shoot it. Her first day, she wrapped Christopher Walken around the neck and pulled him in for a 2-shot, which was pretty good. But that's how good she got. Michelle had no doubles with the whip. It's all her.
All right, now let's look at Underworld, Len Wiseman's 2003 sci-fi action film where leather-clad immortals battle it out for supremacy. Now, there are some pretty sweet stunts in this film. I especially like the one where the guy runs up onto the car and then he gets hit over the car on a trampoline into the camera, which is way up here. Very cleverly done. But we are going to look at the whip scene. So here we see a vampire wielding 2 whips. Now, I like this scene because finally they stop just shooting at each other, rather less surgically than one might expect from immortals who have had lifetimes to perfect their weapon system, I might add. And we get to see some actual weapon skill. However briefly. Who coached this guy? Anthony DeLonges.
So, Anthony, you are known for fusing Asian martial arts with the whip. And in Underworld, we see Scott McElroy, who is one of your students, using what looks like a typically Filipino Cali stick pattern, Heaven 6. Is this the first time we see the whip used this way?
Well, the movie I did was the one Scott had been stunt coordinator on, and that was when I originally met him and originally trained him.
Mm-hmm.
I was the bad guy in it. You'll see me doing a variation of the Heaven 6, double stick pattern with double whips. There aren't a lot of people who can do it either, because you're taking something that is meant for something rigid like sticks or swords, and you're doing it with something that is flexible, which means you better know where this thing is, because the minute you stop talking to it and listening to it, it has nowhere to go except back to you. And I have, since made up many patterns of my own, and like with good choreography, most of the effective ones are made up to accomplish a specific task.
Right. Well, I pointed out because I think what's so great about your stuff is that you understand the reality of a combat, and where, as a martial artist and as a fencer, but you also keep pushing the creation and blending styles to create something that's actually very dramatic and visually interesting to an audience. So.
Well, thank you. That's exactly how I proceed. I try to always have a combative truth at the heart and the foundation of whatever we're doing. To me, the best choreography goes back and forth with this shifting jeopardy and that's something the audience can, you're pulling the audience into the encounter and making them participants rather than voyeurs.
From all of us here at Riot Act, I'd like to thank Anthony DeLongis for speaking with us today. Make sure you go check out his demos, whip and otherwise, at www.delongis.com. And while you're at it, you may as well check us out at www.riotact... Dude!
What?
You just walked through my shot.
So, what are you gonna do, like, with me?
Oh.
Next week on Kick-Ass Corner, when stunts go wrong. For Riot Act, I'm Todd Campbell. Stay safe, kids. Oh! Oh, God. Oh, no, no. Okay.
Stay safe.
What do you mean,
You probably got it.